rise in strong opposition to SB 101. I've spent 30 years working on government budgets at the federal, state, local levels, and I've actually worked with Democrats and Republicans and everyone in between. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and let me just tell you, this is one of the most dishonest, destructive, irresponsible budgets I have ever seen. And in California, there's a lot of competition for that title. You all have a plan. The majority has a plan. And for those citizens out there that aren't paying attention, let me just tell you what's going to basically come about in the next 90 days. Step one of this majority and this governor is to pass a phony budget. And then they're going to claim, hey, we did our job, we balanced the budget, give us our salaries under the Constitution. But it's all a lie. Step two, when the wheels come off this cart and the budget deficit is exposed, blame Donald Trump. Even though your budget deficit existed far before Donald Trump even got reelected to the office. Third, after blaming Donald Trump for your problems, raise taxes on working families in California. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That is the storyline that we have suffered under. And I think California voters are going to see through it. This budget contains $13.7 billion in accounting gimmicks. It is not balanced. Raids on reserves, fund shifts, pushing forward expenditures to future budget years. It underfunds public safety by not funding Prop 36, which is the voters' priority, and underfunding critical wildland fire risk reduction programs. It provides a grift for powerful political donors in the form of $1 billion for the high-speed rail boondoggle project. And by the way, it makes permanent that project by basically locking in a $19 billion bond for the next 10 years so that that program literally can never be terminated. And finally, it cuts key social services for the neediest Californians among us. And this is where you are so callous. The disabled, the elderly, poor children will have their health coverage curtailed and cut back. And California citizens will wait longer for life-saving medical care because of the irresponsible medical decisions that you're making in today's budget. You have inserted a poison pill in this budget, and you know damn well that you've done it.
Mr. DeMaio, we do not use that language on the floor. Please use decorum.
A poison pill that will result in an $11.2 billion cut in Medicaid funding from the federal government to the state of California. And that is for citizen services, and you are knowingly doing that. You are recklessly doing that. And when the cut comes due, when we're penalized, you're like the drunk driver blaming the cop who pulled you over and gave you the ticket. It wasn't your own drinking that was the responsibility, it was the cop's fault for your woes. Well, your woes actually are the pain and suffering of California needy families. Why are you doing it? So you can give $12.1 billion in a gift of public funds to illegal immigrants, prioritizing illegal immigrants over your own citizens? I would say I'm shocked, but it's part and parcel with a lot of other policies and rhetoric that I've seen from the other side in recent months. Look, budgets are not financial documents. I know they have a lot of ones and zeros and commas in them. At their heart, government budgets are values documents. They reflect the priorities of our elected officials. And let me tell you, your priorities stink.
Mr. DeMaio.
I urge you to vote on SB 101.
Mr. DeMaio, you are out of order. For all members that are in here, I want to draw your attention to Section 120 of Masons. Freedom of speech on this floor involves obedience to all the rules of debate. The language used by members during debate should be temperate, decorous, and respectful. No member may impugn the motives of members.